When Andy Reid and Tom Melvin began their coaching careers at NAU in the 1980s, they would have never imagined that nearly 40 years later, they would be here together at Super Bowl 58 with the Kansas City Chiefs. After upsetting Duke 76-74 in the regional final, DJ Burns and the NC State Wolfpack are preparing to take on back-to-back National Player of the Year Zach Edey and the Purdue Boilermakers here tonight. It's opening night at Super Bowl 59. I'm here to find out how much the Chiefs and Eagles know about the Big Easy. You know, another double-double. Knowing how physical this team is, how did you take control in the paint? As of 10 years ago, the height of sports in Las Vegas was a AAA baseball team. Since then, the city has acquired a Stanley Cup winning hockey team, an NFL team, and now they're hosting the biggest sporting game in America, Super Bowl 58. This city is tying a record with Miami, hosting its 11th Super Bowl. And Michaela, the buzz around here is different this year.
Maybe it's Mardi Gras.
Maybe it's the jazz music.
Or the amazing seafood.
Or maybe it's the exciting rematch set for tomorrow between the Chiefs and Eagles, nearly 2 years after a 38-35 nail-biter in Phoenix. Do you know what Mardi Gras translates to?
Fat Tuesday.
You're the first person to get that.
Really? Nice.
I swear.
It's French, yeah. Yes.
You contributed so much tonight, offensively and defensively. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Where was your head at in those final minutes, obviously just back and forth in that fourth quarter? You have a really versatile offense and a super dominant defense. You were able to hold the Bears down just 6 yards in the first quarter, and now that interception. How do you plan to build off that momentum in the second half?
Good. You know, we just got to continue to play. You know, we got another half.
I think everyone's kind of wondering, what was your message to the team in that final timeout, 9 seconds left? And then as a player, you guys are just one game away from Big Sky, and obviously there's a bit of a competition at the top. How do you just take each game and really focus on that one, knowing what's ahead? Contributing to the Lumberjack win last weekend were 2 key players who are recognized by the Big Sky Conference as Players of the Week. For the first time since 2014, Coleman Owen had an 85-yard punt return for a touchdown in the first quarter. With a total of 159 all-purpose yards, Owen pushed past the 2,000 career receiving yards milestone. Also, true freshman Alex McLaughlin recorded 8 solo tackles and had a key tackle for loss and interception in the fourth quarter. The dust has settled here at the Final Four, and the UConn Huskies and Purdue Boilermakers are still chasing down a national championship. For the Boilermakers, the importance of family isn't just a mantra, it runs in their blood. And in order to honor that, these Jets behind me will be in a flyover formation on Super Bowl Sunday. This year, however, the team will be piloted by the Vegas Thunderbirds, located here at Nellis Air Force Base. High Country Sports is back here at Snow Bowl, hosting its 2nd annual skiing qualifier with state-of-the-art technology that allows everyone to compete. Sitting at 7,000 feet, Flagstaff is an excellence hub, hosting Olympians from all around the world to train in harsh, high-altitude training conditions before the Paris 2024 Olympics. Here at Gate 1 at State Farm Stadium, just an hour before kickoff of the 53rd Annual Fiesta Bowl game, fans are flooding in the stadium to start off 2024 here watching their favorite team. Many players voiced their concerns with the turf's performance at Super Bowl 57. This year, Las Vegas Field Operations is ensuring that the turf is better quality for game day. Although the Liberty Flames lost to the Oregon Ducks today 45-6, in the post-game press conference, Coach Chadwell and some players agreed that the Fiesta Bowl would only be a benchmark moving forward. On Monday, Flagstaff's junior setter Macy Mosang was named the 4A Grand Canyon Region Volleyball Player of the Year for her efforts this season. Mosang is a 3rd-year varsity returner for Flagstaff. She played in 96 sets and dished out 738 assists this year. NAU football announced a new head coach on Sunday. Brian Wright joins the Lumberjacks from Pittsburgh State, a D2 school in Kansas. He led the Gorillas to back-to-back Mid-American Intercollegiate Athletic Association titles, with a record of 23-3 in the last 2 seasons. Before joining the Gorillas, Wright was an offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Toledo and Florida Atlantic. He also has FCS experience as he coached at Montana State and Youngstown State. The NAU football team also played in a rivalry game this past weekend, beating ranked Weber State in the second game of the Red Rock rivalry series 27-10. Coleman Owen was awarded the Big Sky Special Teams Player of the Week after an 85-yard punt return for a touchdown. The 2023 season was the last on Coach Ball's 5-year contract. The Lumberjacks finished 5-3 in the Big Sky Conference this year, making it their best record since 2017. In 5 seasons with Coach Ball, the Lumberjacks went 20-30 overall. When Andy Reid and Tom Melvin began their coaching careers at NAU in the 1980s, they would have never imagined that nearly 40 years later, they would be here together at Super Bowl 58 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tom actually played for me at San Francisco State, and then he coached with me there for a year after he got done playing, and then I took him with me to Northern Arizona.
Reid and Melvin have coached together for the past 25 years, spanning 14 seasons in Philadelphia and 11 more in Kansas City. They've won 2 Super Bowls together and could add another in Las Vegas. But one season in Flagstaff in 1986 helped lay the foundation for their success. Former Lumberjacks head coach Larry Cantera assembled a staff that featured 4 future NFL head coaches, and Melvin says the ties are still strong.
Coach Cantera, we've seen him a couple times. Last year he came to our practice out there for the Super Bowl. Just good people. That's the best thing about that, is the people you met and the people you keep in touch with.
With 4 Super Bowl appearances in the last 5 years, the Chiefs are on the brink of a dynasty. That legacy can be traced to a small mountain town in Arizona.
Flagstaff's a phenomenal spot to be at, and so I had a good time up there.
And Andy Reid remembers Flagstaff beyond the San Francisco peaks.
I love the place. I'll tell you, the smell of the pine trees. People don't realize that you're in Arizona, and it's the largest population of ponderosa pines in the world.
Ava Nichols, NAZ Today.
You know, this is my 31st year at Coconino, okay? It is definitively more aggressive and derogatory now than it was in the past, without a question.
In a survey conducted by the National Association of Sports Officials, 63% of Arizona officials said they have felt unsafe or feared for their safety because of an administrator, coach, player, or spectator behavior.
I've had people physically assaulted. I've had people verbally assaulted.
According to the Arizona Interscholastic Association, nationally, more than 50,000 game officials have left their jobs over the last 3 years.
You know, ultimately they don't grasp the situation. They don't grasp the concept of, if you continue to do what you're doing, we literally, and I do mean literally, will not be playing. Period. There is no officials to play the game. Can't do it.
The northern Arizona region extends from the Verde Valley to Utah, Nevada, and New Mexico borders. The schools must pay 40 cents a mile to bring in officials from other towns.
It's also hard just because it's an added expense, and I spend probably over $40,000 a year just on officials. Phoenix schools may pay mileage, but they're traveling 10 miles. I'm traveling 110.
Another major contribution to the shortage is a widening age gap. The average age of a baseball official in Arizona is 55, and for softball, it's 62.
It's the same officials year after year after year, which means these guys are getting older, and there isn't that new blood coming in.
It's the first time the Super Bowl is in Las Vegas. On opening night, I quizzed both 49ers and Chiefs players on their knowledge beyond the glitz and glamour of the Strip. What's the capital of Nevada?
It's Las Vegas, ain't it?
Las Vegas. Henderson. Reno.
That's easy.
I'm tripping now. Reno.
It's not Reno.
It's close to Reno.
I don't think I can name another city in Nevada besides Las Vegas. Is it not? Is it Las Vegas? No. Reno, Tahoe, no.
You're right up there.
What else is up? Carson City, Nevada.
How many fountains are in Bellagio Lake?
How many fountains? 25?
1,200.
Oh my goodness, I'm way off.
I've seen the show before. I'm trying to picture all the.
It's a world record.
So 74 is way too low then, right? Oh, 365.
World record
50, 350.
500.
350.
1,200.
Woo!
6.
1,200.
Hold on, hold on, what y'all talking about?
Do you know any Elvis songs?
I know the song, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Yeah, I know that. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Viva Las Vegas. Is that an Elvis song?
Would you like to sing for me?
Viva Las Vegas.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
I know, yeah, a little bit.
Will you sing it for me?
What's the song? You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.